Well, Chris Jones is Chief Executive of Care and Repair Cymru, that helps older people to live independently in warm, safe and accessible homes. Hello, Chris.
Good morning, Claire.
Tell us, first of all, what are you seeing and how are you helping people?
Well, we're a charity that operates across Wales, and we provide help to older homeowners who are living in poor housing conditions, cold homes who need adaptations. So we have home energy officers on a fuel poverty project called 70 Plus Cymru. We have caseworkers, tradespeople and surveyors who are visiting older people in their own homes across Wales and provide them with a hand-holding service through the process of identifying what the problems are, getting works done in properties, finding reliable contractors, supervising work to make sure it's done to a good standard. And at the moment, the huge concern, as you just said, is people who are faced with huge fuel bills and living in cold homes. And we're genuinely concerned about what winter will look like for older people this year. And we're worried about how it's going to affect their health and well-being.
Yeah, and so much concern, Chris. I mean, what are you hearing? What are you seeing from people? What kind of examples are out there?
Yeah, people are just worried. There are people with the mindset of I'm just not going to turn the heating on. We've got an 89-year-old man who's got chronic lung disease, for example, and his heating bill, his direct debits for his heating, is nearly half of his income, and he's telling us, I'm just going to turn the heating off for winter. And don't forget, somebody who spends 20% of their energy, of their income on energy, is classed as being in extreme fuel poverty, and that gentleman is spending 50% of his income. So, we've got people not turning on lights. We've got a lady in North Wales who's using fairy lights. We've got people who are saying, I'm just not going to get out of my bed. I'm just going to stay in bed under the duvet all day. And generally, we've seen an increase in numbers of people contacting us. So that's up by about 20% in the last few weeks. And that reflects the big increase in numbers of older people who are now living in fuel poverty.
Wow. I mean, I was reading that you've seen a man as well who's not putting the heating on in the house, but going and sitting in his car.
Yeah, there's a gentleman, and what he thinks the best approach is to live in one room in the property, not turning on his heating, just wearing warm clothes, and then keeping enough petrol in the car to run the engine for an hour to keep warm if that's what he needs to do. And I think that's about people just being scared about not being able to afford something, and that's the sort of reaction you see from people when they are really worried.
And you describe it as, holding somebody's hand through this and supporting them. How do people get this help, Chris?
Yeah, so we've got a national telephone number. If you don't mind, I'll say that now, Claire.
Go for it.
0300 111 3333. So that's a local rate call number, but you will be directed to your local care and repair agency if you phone that number, and then we can just speak to you about what your circumstances are, and we can get somebody out to visit you and have a look at what sort of conditions you're living in, what your finances are like, and try and help you through making your property better insulated, seeing if you need a more efficient boiler, seeing what grants might be available to help with that, and also helping people through the process of understanding what financial help is available, because there are different schemes that have been brought in over the last few months, but it is a bit of a minefield, and we can advise people what they should be claiming and how they should be claiming it. But I think the first step is to contact us on that number.
Chris, amazing advice, and so important that people know that support is out there and the help is there to help everybody. Thank you very much for coming on this morning. Chris Jones there, Chief Executive of Care and Repair at Cymru, helping older people to live independently in warm and safe homes.